Comparison of schools. When Dad abandoned the family and when the family home was lost, Mom had custody of the child. She knew she had a child and the school was considered when she chose housing, and it shows. Meanwhile, Dad was single-mindedly pursuing his own bachelor interest. He did not give the first thought to the school district he was living in, and that shows. Now, in reconsidering who will have custody and where the child will go to school, we are literally comparing one of the best schools in the state to a Title I school that's under an accreditation warning. Looking first at the child's experience at each school, at Mom's local public school, the child attended preschool express, kindergarten, and the bulk of the first grade year, while at Dad's local public school, the child attended under a temporary order from May 11, 2011 until June of 2011. Looking at the focus area for Mom's local public school, it offers general education. Comparing that to Dad's local public school, it is a 21st Century Community Learning Center, general education, and a Title I school-wide program. What is a 21st Century Community Learning Center? It's a competitive federal grant that funds an after-school program. When the child is at home, he is with his mother and/or aunt after school. The aunt has worked professionally as a nanny and provides a higher quality of childcare than this family could otherwise afford. The grant provides academic and social enrichment experiences as well as recreation. This child has never qualified for tax-funded tutoring, so tutoring is a non-benefit to this child. When the father took the 38-pound 4-year-old kayaking without having had swim lessons, it was Mom's local YMCA that gave the child a scholarship and swim lessons. This child has not been without recreational opportunities, so this is a non-benefit to this child. What is a Title I school? It means the school has at least 40% of students' families whose incomes qualifies for free or reduced lunch. Mom's income does not qualify for free or reduced lunch. Dad's does, which means we're talking about moving the child to the more disadvantaged home. Continuing with what is a Title I school, it means the school receives a federal grant that is a non-competitive grant. If the school meets the criteria, they get the grant. The Title I grant funds the Parent Involvement Facilitator. The Parent Involvement Facilitator that's covered under the Title I grant improves the child's well-being and family situation. It gives parents information that helps the parents help the child, and it helps the child by improving the family support system, helps everyone in the child's life be more successful. That means that this school received federal grant funds to help this mother, under this temporary order, be involved in this child's life, but then the school stonewalled every generic question about the publicly accessible state report card. Looking at the student population, we see that at Mom's local public school, over a 4-year period, the population fluctuated by 29 students. Meanwhile, at Dad's local public school, there was a significant population decline of 160 students over the 2 years between 2008 and 2010. Mom sent an email to the school contact to inquire what was so controversial about this school that they lost 160 students in a 2-year time period. The school contact did not answer. Mom's local public school is fully accredited with no accreditation issues, while Dad's local public school is under an accreditation warning. Looking at the annual yearly progress status, Mom's local public school made the AYP 2 out of 3 years that the child attended there, while Dad's local public school has not made the AYP since the child was in preschool. Mom's local public school has a long history of making the AYP. The 2010-2011 school year was an anomaly. While part of what makes Dad's local public school eligible for multiple federal grants is that they have a long history of not making the AYP. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rates for grade 3 to 5 English, for 2008-2009 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 16% higher than Dad's. For 2009-2010, Mom's school is 21% higher than Dad's. And for 2010-2011, Mom's school is 23% higher than Dad's. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rate for mathematics, for the 2008-2009 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 15% higher than Dad's. For 2009-2010, Mom's school is 18% higher than Dad's. And for 2010-2011, Mom's school is 10% higher than Dad's. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rate for grade 3 history, we see that for 2008-2009 and for 2009-2010, Mom's local public school is 6% higher than Dad's, and for 2010 to 2011, Mom's local public school is 16% higher than Dad's. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rates for history, for 2008-2009, we see that Mom's local public school is 21% higher than Dad's. For 2009-2010, Mom's school is 9% higher than Dad's, and for 2010-2011, Mom's school is 8% higher than Dad's. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rates for grade 3 science, for 2008-2009, we see that Mom's local public school is 23% higher than Dad's. For 2009-2010, Mom's school is 14% higher than Dad's, and for 2010-2011, Mom's school is a shocking 38% higher than Dad's. Looking at the accreditation adjusted pass rates for science, for 2008-2009, we see that Mom's local public school is 28% higher than Dad's. For 2009-2010, we see that Mom's local public school is 15% higher than Dad's. And for 2010-2011, Mom's school is 25% higher than Dad's. Looking at school safety and beginning with weapons offenses, we see that Mom's local public school had one incident the year before this child started preschool. One incident in 3 years that appears to have been properly handled and is not a recurring issue, while Dad's local public school had 9 incidents in 3 years, and we see that it is steadily rising annually. Looking at offenses against students, we see that Mom's local public school had 2 incidents the year before the child started preschool. That's 2 in a 3-year period. Again, it appears to be properly handled and not be a recurring issue. While Dad's local public school has significant incidences against students annually, 291 incidents in a 3-year period, meaning numerous incidences weekly occur at this school, and in the month the child attended under the temporary order, it is possible that he was either assaulted or saw a fellow student assaulted. Taking a closer look at the offenses against students, for the 2007-2008 school year, Mom's local public school had 1 incident for every 268 students, while Dad's had 1 in 5. For the 2008-2009 school year, Mom's local public school had no incidents for 558 students, while Dad's school had more than 1 in 4. For the 2009-2010 school year, Mom's local public school had 0 incidents for 541 students, while Dad's had 1 in 4. Looking at the safety statistics, we can see that Mom's local public school does not normalize violence, while Dad's local public school does normalize violence. Looking at the offenses against staff, we see that at Mom's local public school it is a non-issue, it just doesn't happen there, while at Dad's local public school they had 53 incidences over a 3-year period, which is a significant number. Looking at the 2007-2008 school year, Dad's local public school had 1 incident against a staff for every 32 students. For 2008-2009, they had 1 incident against a staff for every 19 students. And for 2009-2010, they had an incident against the staff for every 22 students. Looking at other offenses against persons, we see that Mom's local public school, it just doesn't happen, while Dad's local public school showed 60 incidents over a 3-year period. Looking at the alcohol, tobacco, and other drug offenses issue, in the 2.5 years this child has attended school, all the many times Mom and Aunt have been to the school, neither have ever seen any indication of a problem. While Dad's public school makes the same claim, Mom has to question the veracity of that claim, because when visiting this school once near the end of the 2010-2011 school year, Mom personally found an empty Jose Cuervos bottle in the parking lot. Looking at property offenses, Mom's local public school doesn't have any in 3 years, while Dad's local public school shows 20 over 3 years. Looking at disorderly or disruptive behavior offenses, Mom's local public school had 3 incidents in a 3-year period, while Dad's local public school shows 58 incidents in a 3-year period. Taking a closer look at disorderly or disruptive behavior offenses, for the 2007-2008 school year, Mom's local public school had 1 incident in 537, while Dad's had 1 in 20 students. For the 2008-2009 school year, Mom's local public school had 1 in 279 students, while Dad's had 1 in 19 students. And for the 2009-2010 school year, Mom's local public school had none for 541 students, while Dad's had one for every 28 students. Looking at the percentage of students passing English, for the 2007-2008 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 11% higher than Dad's, and the division 8% higher. For the 2008-2009 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 21% higher than Dad's, and the division 9% higher. And for the 2009-2010 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 24% higher than Dad's, and the division 9% higher. Looking at the percentage of students passing mathematics, for the 2007-2008 school year, Mom's local public school is 14% higher than Dad's, and the division 9% higher. For 2008-2009, Mom's local school is 18% higher than Dad's, and the division 8% higher. And for 2009-2010, Mom's local public school is 12% higher than Dad's, and the division 9% higher. Looking at writing performance, for the 2007-2008 school year, Mom's local public school is 33% higher than Dad's, and the division 7% higher. For the 2008-2009 school year, Mom's local public school is 25% higher than Dad's, and the division 6% higher. And for the 2009-2010 school year, Mom's local public school is 26% higher than Dad's, and the division 8% higher. And looking at history performance for the 2007-2008 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 21% higher than Dad's, and the division 8% higher. For the 2008-2009 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 7% higher than Dad's, and the division also 7% higher. And for the 2009-2010 school year, Mom's local public school is 12% higher than Dad's, and the division 6% higher. Looking at science performance for the 2007-2008 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 24% higher than Dad's, and the division 6% higher. For the 2008-2009 school year, we see that Mom's local public school is 13% higher than Dad's, and the division 6% higher. And for the 2009-2010 school year, Mom's local public school is 34% higher than Dad's, and the division 6% higher. Looking at the percentage of core academic classes taught by teachers not meeting the federal definition of highly qualified, we see that at Mom's local public school this is a non-issue, while at Dad's local public school it is. Looking at provisionally licensed teachers, again we see that at Mom's local public school this is a non-issue, while at Dad's local public school it is. Factors not on the state report card that would be considered by the parents if the parents were making the decision of where the child were going to attend school. The literacy issue. More than 13 states have produced research connecting a stronger library program to higher student scores, including Brogman's research on the Massachusetts MCAS exam that showed a higher ratio of books per pupil, and a full-time librarian meant an 11-point advantage, and that a higher percentage of the student body visiting the library per week accounted for a 12-point advantage. Comparing the two libraries, we know that Mom's local public school has double the full-time staff and routinely uses parent volunteers, and allows the students to check out 2 books as opposed to 1 at Dad's public school. The last issue is trusted leadership versus waiting for Superman. Mom's local public school had a respected, trusted friend of the family as clerk of the Board of Education for 38 years, while Dad's local public school is still waiting for Superman, referring to a 2010 book of Carl Weber and 2010 movie with the same title.